You say you don't have time to build a side hustle, work out, or learn a new skill, but your screen time report says you spent 14 hours on social media last week. We operate on feel, and feel is a liar. Most people wake up and check their phone before their feet hit the floor, spending the rest of the day reacting to notifications. This is what it looks like to run a life on default settings. Outside of working hours, the average American spends over 4 hours a day on their phone. That is 28 hours a week, the equivalent of a part-time job, spent doing nothing productive. The time audit is the framework we use to stop that bleed. By following this system, you can uncover the equivalent of 9 extra work weeks in your year without sacrificing sleep or quitting your job. You cannot design a better schedule until you have the data to see the current one. Reclaiming your time requires a cold, objective diagnosis of where your hours are actually going. Step 1 is the 72-hour trap. For the next 3 days, you will log every single hour from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Pull out your phone right now and set an hourly recurring alarm. You need a trigger to enforce the habit, so you aren't relying on your memory at the end of the day. Every time that alarm goes off, write down what happened in that 60-minute block. If you spent the hour working but only answered 2 emails and stared at the screen, log that specific reality. The goal is to capture your actual behavior, not your ideal day. Resist the urge to act more productive just because you're writing it down. The data only works if it is real. The power of this blueprint relies entirely on your willingness to look at the ugly, unfiltered habits you currently have. Once you have 72 hours of data, move to step 2, the color code. You are going to assign every logged block into one of 3 distinct categories. Highlight mission time in green. Building a business, learning skills, or exercising, compounds. Mark maintenance time in yellow. Commuting, cooking, and chores keep life running, but shouldn't expand. Mark leaked time in red. Mindless scrolling produces 0 value and 0 recovery. This color-coded filter forces you to confront the truth. You can finally see which actions are building your future and which ones are burning it. Step 3 is the math. Tally the hours for each color and calculate your exact percentage breakdown for the 72-hour period. Most people discover their life is heavily skewed toward maintenance and waste, with a pie chart showing 45% yellow and 40% red. That leaves only 15% of their waking life for growth. This realization leads to step 4, the reclaim target. Your goal is to convert just 1 single hour of red time into green time each day. You don't have to eliminate all red time or become a machine. You just have to find 60 minutes of leaked time and give it a job. 1 hour a day is 365 hours a year. That is the equivalent of 9 full 40-hour work weeks. By plugging that one small daily leak, you've added 2 months of productive time to your calendar. Significant progress in your business or health doesn't require a total life overhaul. It requires finding and reclaiming these small, consistent blocks of time. This audit is the first gear in the architect's flywheel. When you reclaim time, you create the margin necessary to invest in your knowledge system. You use those extra hours for studying your craft and building expertise. That knowledge is what allows you to create value that didn't exist before. Value generates income, feeding your money system. That money then buys back more of your time, allowing you to learn more and scale faster. The flywheel accelerates with every hour you audit. Start your 72-hour track today. Set your hourly alarm right now, and when you've finished your audit, post your raw red percentage in the comments. The people who reach their goals are those who know exactly where their time goes and make intentional choices about it. Stop living on default settings and start building.